Alright, we're here at gotomath.com. Let's click on the calculus button and let's go down to rules of differentiation. So there was a request to add some problems to this list. Let's just click on that. And as a matter of fact, this person right here from Malaysia actually requested this problem. So I thought I'd throw it on there, add a little extra. So we got two things here. You can just take the derivative. That's what the d over dx operator says. Take the derivative of this. And you can also, and this is for the green checkbox here, you can evaluate the derivative at x equals 1.18 and make sure that you round to 2 decimal places if needed. All right. And let's bring up the marker board and get busy with it. Okay, so let's see, what color? That color? About that color. Now we'll go back with that color there. All right. Now, let me just say something here. In a previous problem, what's going on there? In a previous problem, this up here can actually be written as the cosine of 18x, and I have like brackets or something around this. You can put parentheses, it doesn't matter. Raised to the 18th. Okay, so this notation, cosine, right, this is kind of the more traditional notation, 18x. However, this one here, because when we're doing the power rule, we kind of better understand it if we're doing the power rule, okay, and we're taking the derivative of this. All right, so this is kind of the reason why I actually write this like this in some previous problems and not like this. However, I went ahead and just put the script up here. Okay, let's clear that off. Okay, so we got the product here of basically two separate functions, and so we're really kind of in. I know we're using it. We're going to use several different rules here, but the product rule is kind of the focus, really, I guess. But anyway, so I guess I'll just rewrite this thing. I don't know why, but we'll rewrite it. Actually, let's just write it like this, okay? Raised to the 18th power. Right. So we use the product rule. So we're going to do this first, and so the derivative of 15 times x to the 10th, so we want to take that 10, multiply it by the 15, and we get 150 x to the 9th. And then we just rewrite this stuff here. Alright, go ahead and just do that. And then it's a product rule, so then we say plus, and now what we do is we just go ahead and rewrite this, and I'm probably going to end up running out of room here. I can kind of see that already. And so now what we're going to do is take the derivative of this guy, and that means you're going to take that 18, right, because this is a power, take it out front, okay, and then rewrite everything that's in parentheses. So we have cosine of 18x, and so we subtract 1 from the exponents. That becomes a 17, and like I said, I'm running out of room, so let's just continue this down here. Now this is going to be multiplied, so now what we're doing is we're taking the derivative of what's inside the parentheses here and we're chaining it out. So the derivative of cosine is minus sine, and we always rewrite what's in the parentheses here. So that's going to be 18x. And now we got to keep doing this, right? So what's in parentheses, chain it out. So we took the derivative and then we chain out what's in this parentheses, and that turns out to be just an 18 there. Okay. Now be careful about this thing right here. We're going to put a parentheses around this, indicating, right, that this is kind of a negative 1 times that. But what we can do here is we can take this negative and bring it out front. Okay, so you can take the negative and bring it out over here. All right, So we have 150 x to the ninth um, times, and you know what? We're going to flip it. Cosine of 18, we'll go ahead and write it there now. That ought to confuse you. 18x, right? Okay. Bring that minus, remember, bring it out front. Okay. So we have 15 times 18 times 18 is what it's showing here. So 15 times 18 times 18 times, we have an x to the 10th here. We'll just go ahead and write that. And hopefully I can not leaving anything out here. We have the cosine to the 17th, 18x, right, times, and then we have the sine of 18x. Okay. All right. So now the next order of business would be to factor. Try to factor this thing, right? Try to factor it. And let's see, what do we got? We got 15 times 18 times 18 is 4860. 4860. That's a lovely number, isn't it? What can I do here with this? 4860 is all of that right there. Now, to factor this, right, you're finding the greatest common divisor that goes into both 150 and into 4860, right? The greatest common divisor, yes. And what we're going to do here is I actually programmed this box for the GCD. All right, you can actually do that by hand if you want, but I'm going to plug it in right here. So 4860, and let's see what we get. 30. Okay, we're getting 30, so that's good. So 30 goes into largest number that goes into 150, and into this number right here is 30. Okay, so let's go back, and so that means I can pull a 30 out of here and a 30 out of this number here, and we're going to do that. Pull a 30 out. Now we have an x to the ninth, we have an x to the 10th, so we can pull out the x to the ninth. Let's do that. Okay, we have a cosine to the 18th, a cosine to the 17th, and we're going to pull out a cosine also. So let's do that, and we always pull the one out that has the smallest power, so that's going to be that guy right there, and it's 18x. Okay, alright, so pulled out a 30, pulled out an x to the ninth. Where was that at? Right here. Pulled out a cosine, and we can't pull a sine out, so there you go. Alright, so I'm just kind of do a bracket here. Whoa, I kind of got a little too big with that, didn't I? I will just leave it alone. Okay, so 30 goes into 150. What do we got on that? Since I've got a calculator right here, let's just use it. Alright. Obviously 5, I should have known that. I don't know what the heck I was thinking. Anyway, 5. Alright, we pulled out x to the ninth. Now we pulled out 17. We're only left with one of those. So that's going to be 18x. We have a minus sign here. And what else we got going on? So 30 goes into 4860. 4860. 4860 divided by 30. Let's see what we get on that. 162. Alright. And so we're going to have 1x left because we pulled 9 of them out. 1x left. And we pulled all 17 of those out, and we got a sign left here. Sine of 18x. Boy, I sure hope this is all right. I'm telling you, That's what happens when you do this stuff on the fly. I don't have this stuff worked out, just to let you know. Okay, so there you go. Um, let's, so what you're going to do here is, for this part of the problem, I'm not going to do this, but you just take the 1.18, right? And you can actually plug that in right here, since this is the derivative, or you could plug it in here, whatever you want to do there. All right. I'm going to hold my breath. Oh, this part always scares me. Let's see, we got 30x to the ninth cosine 17 da 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 5. Okay, it all looks good. X to the, so there you go. All right. Anyway, so you can come on by gotomath.com, practice that, get it out of the way, out of your life, and I'll see you